I rebuilt part of the sketch because I had too many lines in the sketch and it wasn't letting me fillet it. So we're just gonna fillet the outer part here first. Just leave a little line like this. And then we're gonna, I wanted to chamfer the inner part to just have slightly better shape, slightly more interesting shape there. Maybe we actually need to do that first. One millimeter seems to be too far, but 0.1 is definitely not enough. So as it's calculating, if the operation is bad, it's going to take a little bit to calculate, which is annoying. This should be fine. So as long as it's more or less smooth, I think we're getting the shape that we need. And then let's go ahead and fillet the outer part. Which, as I'm filleting, I'm getting this coincidental edge. And I think it's more or less like a design feature rather than an unnecessary thing. So sometimes you can actually play them to your advantage. You get the sharp edge right here. And I can choose to either like also fillet it, like that, so everything is going to be smooth, or you can choose to chamfer it, which sometimes gives an interesting result. Or in this case, it doesn't want to chamfer it, so I'm not going to keep it sharp. I'm going to add a fillet on both sides. Just a little bit to get rid of the sharp edge. So this way we have the lower part of the handle. We also need to, let me turn off the canvases. Sometimes they just get in the way. For this, to turn this surface into a solid body, you can either right click, add thickness. Sometimes it won't let you add inner thickness, so you'll go for outer, like this. As long as it's a solid body, you're good. Or go back, switch to patch. You can just patch these. This is, as you can see, it's not actually on the same level. So that mistake needs to be fixed in the sculpting. This is much better, so hopefully it will update. And then switch again to patch. Create a patch here. More than likely we'll just cut it off, so it doesn't matter. And then create a boundary fill right here. Select all the surfaces that are forming that boundary. Then switch to this. As soon as it's green, it means you have some kind of volume, closed volume. So this is what we're looking for. It gave us, we can now turn off the surfaces. We can keep them to come back to them, but this gave us a solid body. Instead of a hollow one with like wall thickness, this is a solid one. Just want to check, go back to modeling, of course. I want to check how this blends in together on the bottom. Hopefully well. This should be definitely good enough for that rifle. As long as it starts to look like it's one solid flow, we will basically hide all the mistakes and stuff behind the details, so it's going to be hard to identify what's going on. So this works. You can check how far you can push it actually. But before we do that, we will need to do the butt part the same way we did it here. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna pause and do it and then come back to it.